Well, here we are again, and this thing is put back together, and wouldn't you know it, it runs. We got lucky. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I did to recover from last time's mistake and go over the hiccups I ran into with the installation of some of these pieces, especially the aftermarket ones, talk a little bit more about that, and then finally we're going to wrap it up with a ride as well as a cost breakdown and a rough hour estimate of this whole thing. So stick around. All right, well, first things first, I did manage to fix my big oopsie. That epoxy ended up holding and sealed well. As for all the holes through the block that were associated with the governor, I tapped both of them to 1/4-20. And just for a little extra sealage, I put some gasket maker on those screws and threaded those in. I also drilled and tapped the hole through for the oil sensor to 1/2 inch and did the same sealant treatment for that one. This knockoff 22mm Mikuni came not tuned, like, at all. The air fuel mixture screw was backed way too far out, so adjusted that, and the throttle response seems to be much better. If you watched my last video, then you know this thing came with the pulleys misaligned pretty bad, so you saw me make the spacer for that. And yeah, that straight pipe was just so gnarly. It was worth spending the extra money on getting this little one with the muffler, for sure. It's still pretty loud, but way better. I had some issues with the chain too. The new chain I bought was 428 and supposedly compatible with the original sprocket, but it was skipping teeth, so I ended up just reusing the original chain and used the new one to just add a couple links to match the length that I needed. And this was a pretty crappy design error on my part. Can't unscrew the oil plug because the frame's in the way. Gotta laugh about it. This is a close-up view of how I ended up mounting the engine. I used that 2x2 square tubing to raise it up to get the chain to clear everything, and then just welded on some 90-degree brackets to the side of those to actually bolt through the engine. Everything so far is holding up pretty well. I'm not a pro welder, but they're doing all right. All right, let's go do this. Let it warm up a while. Well, we got some weather rolling in, so I'm gonna try to keep this short and to the point. Said I'd talk a little bit about time and cost here, so let's break down the cost of what we're into this thing. All right, so we paid 150 bucks for the bike, $100 for the engine, 63 bucks for the torque converter, another 63 for the carb kit with the intake and the straight pipe exhaust, 22 bucks for chain, and another 38 bucks for this exhaust, for a total of right around $435. My goal originally was 500 bucks, which I hit, but after getting into it, I changed my goal to 400, and I made it before purchasing this exhaust. So I got the whole thing running and riding for under 400 bucks, but now it's just a little more socially acceptable for 430 something. So as for time, I didn't really keep track too well, but I would say I'm probably 15 to 20 hours into the whole thing, and a lot of that being because I goofed up, but really not that bad. So if you're willing to put in the work and the time, then you can get something like this going for you know, pretty cheap, and let's say a couple of weekends, maybe a weekend if you're smarter than me or better than me, which I'm sure many of you could be. So anyway, that's that, and I'm just gonna chill with it as it is for now. I hit my goal, you know, fine tuning from here and some cleaning up of the whole thing, and eventually some more mods and restorations, and I'll keep posting videos of this thing as I ride or take it out and or do more work to it. So that being said, thank you for coming along with me. We have a finished for now product here that I can now have fun on. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'm getting better about posting videos more consistently, but definitely not perfect. So be patient if it's a while between videos. I'm just a regular guy. Anyways, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.